1942, Nazi U-boats were sinking American ships right off the East Coast. But what if I told you the US Navy turned to the Mafia? Yes, the actual Mafia, for help. This is the story of Operation Underworld, when America made a secret deal with organized crime to fight the Nazis. In the early days of World War II, German submarines were devastating US supply lines. More than 600 ships were sunk along the East Coast. New York Harbor, one of the busiest ports in the world, was a prime target. But officials had another worry: sabotage from the inside. At the time, the New York docks were run not by the Navy, but by the mob. Mafia bosses controlled the unions, the shipping companies, and the longshoremen. And when the SS Normandy, a luxury liner being converted for war, mysteriously caught fire and capsized, the government suspected Nazi spies, or maybe something even more local. Desperate for help, the Office of Naval Intelligence reached out to a man named Meyer Lansky, a Jewish gangster with deep connections to the criminal underworld. Lansky brokered a deal with none other than Charles "Lucky" Luciano, an imprisoned boss of the American Mafia. In exchange for full cooperation from the dock workers and mob control unions, Luciano demanded better prison conditions and ultimately a shortened sentence. The government agreed. Almost overnight, the sabotage threats vanished. Dock workers stopped losing supplies. Intelligence flowed from the streets straight to the naval officials. The ports were protected, not by sailors, but by the Mafia. After the war, Lucky Luciano was released from prison and deported to Italy, as promised. The government never formally acknowledged the deal until decades later. But make no mistake, the US Navy made a pact with the Mafia, and it may have helped win the war. History is stranger than fiction, and sometimes far more brutal. If you enjoyed this story, hit the like button. It really helps us reach more people like you. And don't forget to subscribe to Bloodlines and Battlefields for more true stories from the darker side of history.